Hi, I am Priya. Now, let us learn about the President, election of President, and the powers of President. Article 52 of our Constitution says that there shall be a President of India. According to that article, all the executive powers of the Union are vested with him or her. Article 53 makes the following things clear. First, the President can exercise the executive power of the Union. Next is that he can exercise these powers through officers subordinate to him. The functions of the President can be increased by Parliament, and that the function can be conferred on authorities other than President. This is the President House, otherwise known as the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Article 54 of the Constitution says, the President is indirectly elected by an electoral consisting of the elected members of both the Houses of Parliament and the elected members of the legislative assemblies of the states. Article 55 explains the manner of the election of the President. The election of the President is held by the system of proportional representation, by means of single transferable vote, and the voting is by secret ballot. According to Article 56, the term of office of the President is 5 years with a provision for re-election. The President can resign before the expiry of his usual term. Resignation should be addressed to the Vice President. The President can be removed by impeachment for violation of Constitution, as in Article 61(1). Article 58 prescribes the qualifications for the election as President. He or she should be a citizen of India and should have completed the age of 35 years. He or she should be qualified for election as a member of the House of the Parliament. Also, he or she must not hold any office of profit under the Union Government of India, or state government, or any other authority. A sitting President, or Vice President, or the Governor of any state, or a minister, either of Union or any state is qualified for election as President. Let us now have a look at the powers and functions of the President. The President is the executive head of India. All executive actions of the Government of India are formally taken in his or her name. All orders and instruments are to be made and executed in the name of the President. The President appoints the Prime Minister and other ministers who hold the office during his tenure. The President also appoints the Chief Justice of India, judges of the Supreme Court, judges of the High Court of the states, the governors of the states, and chief commissioners of the Union territories. The President has the powers, as per the Constitution of India, to appoint the Attorney General of India, the Chairman, and other members of the Union Public Service Commission. The President also appoints India's ambassadors and high commissioners from other countries. All international treaties and agreements, multilateral as well as bilateral, are negotiated in the name of the President. The President is considered as the Supreme Commander of the Defence Forces of India. The President makes all higher appointments and promotions in respect of the Defence Force. The President grants all honors and titles for acts of bravery and commendable services to the nation during war and peace. The administration of the Union territories is under the President.
The President has the powers to set up an interstate council to duly investigate into a dispute among states. The President also has the power to administrate the scheduled and tribal areas. The President makes regulations for peace, progress, and good governance of the Union territories. Also, the power to appoint the Statutory Commission also comes under the administrative powers of the President.
Article 79 of the Constitution states the legislative powers of the President. The President is an integral part of the Parliament of India, and enjoys the important legislative. All bills, passed by the Parliament, becomes an act, only with the signature of the President. The President has the power to summon, and prorogue, the session of the Parliament, or either of its two houses. The President can address both houses of the Parliament at the first session, after general election, and also during the commencement of the first session of the Parliament during each year. The President can dissolve the Lok Sabha before the expiry of its full term of 5 years. The President nominates 12 members to the Rajya Sabha from the fields of arts, science, literature, and social services. All money bills can be introduced in the Lok Sabha only with the prior consent of the President. A bill passed by the Parliament becomes a law only after getting the signature of the President. The President controls the Contingency Fund of India. The President also has the power to order for meeting an unforeseen expenditure. These are the financial powers of the President. The financial powers of the President includes the following. The President controls the Contingency Fund of India. He has the power to order expenditure out of it for meeting an unforeseen expenditure. As we discussed earlier, no money bill can be introduced in the Parliament without the prior consent of the President. The President appoints the Finance Commission, which makes recommendations for the distribution of the revenue between the Union and the states. The President appoints the Chief Justice and the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Courts. The President has the power to make rules and regulations relating to various matters. The President can seek advice from the Supreme Court on any question of law or fact. The President also has the power to grant pardons, reprieves, respites or remissions of punishment, or suspend or commute the sentence of any person convicted by any offense. Next, let us discuss on the emergency powers of the President. The Constitution of India contains special provisions for dealing with emergencies. The President can declare 3 types of emergencies.
1. National emergency, according to Article 352. Second is the constitutional emergency in a state, as per Article 356, and the financial emergency, as given by Article 360.
National emergency is declared when the security of India is threatened by a war, external aggression, or armed rebellion in the whole of India, or a part of its territory. National emergency can be declared only on the basis of a written request by the Council of Ministers, headed by the Prime Minister. Such proclamation must be approved by the Parliament within 1 month. Such emergency can be imposed for 6 months, and extended for 6 months, by parliamentary approvals. In such emergency, the fundamental rights of India can be suspended. The constitutional or state emergency is declared due to the failure of the constitutional machinery in a state. This emergency is also known as the President's rule. On the basis of the report of the governor of the state, or from the other sources, emergency in a state can be declared, and it must be approved by the Parliament within a period of 2 months. It is imposed for 6 months, and can last for a maximum period of 3 years, with repeated parliamentary approvals in every 6 months. Financial emergency is imposed if there is an economic situation in which financial stability or credit of India is threatened. As per Article 360, financial emergency must be approved by Parliament within 2 months. The President can reduce the salaries of all government officials, including judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court. All money bills passed by the state legislature are submitted to the President for his approval. The President can modify the distribution of revenues between the Union and the state. Various presidents of our country. Discuss with your friends on the following and prepare a report. First topic: President and his powers. Second topic: emergency and its types. And write a note regarding the president you admire the most.
We will meet in the next session.